Is it working? Okay. Hi guys! Welcome back to some more Disco Elysium. Just interrogating the girl that we found in our first episode after the massive bender. And apparently we learned that she wasn't really raped. She had an actual kind of relationship with the victim here. So, yeah, the Hardy Boys are hiding something. What's going on?
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
I've been establishing my superstar
Yeah,
hard lately.
you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick money.
Big dick cup.
Salam Rocky Bayi. Badass on-the-edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Action!
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you. And you along with it.
Got a new
In
thought.
an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Just need like more slots though. Some kind of superstar. It reduces our logic. What? Come on. We already have -1 to logic from magnesium-based life form. I don't want to lose 2 more. What's up?
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
Half their reasoning just went out the window. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell us?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it. If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. You think so? Being candid is the best way to lie. The appearance of candor with some facts thrown in draws
your
attention
rhetoric?
away
I
from
can't
whatever
remember.
one chooses to omit.
I can check.
She may be trying to control the pace of the investigation. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our inquiries will bring us back here soon enough.
Probably. 5. It is pretty high. We are, after all, an intellect guy. Right, we should also, like... I know we use the crowbar, but we should, like, go back to this, just in case we are finding more junk to pick up and recycle. We do need the money. Still haven't found our badge and gun, by the way. It's so fucking annoying. Now we can talk with the Hardy Boys, but I want to wait on that a little bit, see if we can investigate a little bit more around here.
Snow covers the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. The white colors nearly meld together.
Why am I
Do
thinking
something
about this?
important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Caprice Canema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series, with its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox. The Canema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
Roll over the first
The
shock
high center
absorber.
of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kanema effectively a mobile power plant.
This tic tac is really rubbing me the
Due
right
to a
way
quite
here.
steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery.
It puts the loco back in locomotion.
You want to take a closer look?
What's he packing?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there. Man, that's got to be a major advancement over the KR-18GU engine on the old Caprice 40.
7.2. Supercharged.
Fine machine.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Switching to helium
Actually,
headlights.
I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first. Maybe.
Do it.
Yes, definitely maybe.
And means no.
Ah, boo. Mwah, mwah. Going then talking about the rides. Oh yeah. Seems like it. I wanted to check if there was anything left over here that we haven't explored yet. Like this box. Or this trash can. Oh, gloves. Gloves with electrochemistry. Well, if we ever need that. Water lock out of order.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them. His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
keeping him company and eating his salami.
Ah,
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock
and the salami.
the salami.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol. Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just
Missing
bombed
out
out
some good
ruins.
salami. Yeah. Can I have some? of that
Sure
salami?
thing.
It is salty. It is
Nice.
savory. It
Feel
is
that up?
chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Nice.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually
Now I'm
closes the
getting
waterlock,
hungry. Oh yeah.
turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then nothing happens. Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation. A spring brings the lever back to its original position, You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Oh yeah, there was. That's tomorrow. Guess that's not too bad. The worst. Hot air. Ooh, a trash can. Yeah. Give me that shit.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Hey!
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face.
Nah.
You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Don't tell me what to do, Kim.
No, I can't. We can't walk around with you looking like this. Okay, fine. Go ahead. If you want to look like a walking midlife crisis, then who am I to interfere?
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses
Can't we just steal
made
them?
of cheap
I don't want to
Cerise
spend
plastic.
$2.50 for this.
Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more
Nah.
UV light into your pupils.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your
Conceptualization.
dangerous police work.
We can do some conceptualization. Hold on. Yeah.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts.
Pair of water blue shades. Sub is leading rendezvous.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster, Harry. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue, all right. But these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater.
Wow, officer. You look so cool. And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
What about
The
these
lieutenant
ones?
tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
Damn.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
Chris's Inland Empire. Okay, good to know.
You see 2 lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
A pair of found ultras.
Found
The design
ultras.
is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool.
50 real.
Only 50 real.
Only? That's madness. Fun ultra. We're the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine.
Reaction speed and hand-eye coordination is pretty good, though it does reduce the
These
second
once
speed,
respectable
yeah.
speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras. Atop them, a small heat emboss on the veneer reads, "Solidarity aid from the People's Republic of Samara." The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
Doesn't anyone want those
These,
speakers?
officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them.
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
No way, officer! These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
So I want them. I think I might be a lo-fi socialist.
No,
junk,
officer.
yeah.
You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale. Well, if you want them, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers first.
Damn. It's so garbage. There's no way.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
Right. Some sweet sneakers and speakers. Yeah, boy.
Very cool. The economy thanks you, officer.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss
Oh.
or like an old person with no money.
No.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand. Buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Okay.
You keep coming back.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces. This jacket is the apex of human evolution. The moment at which man became weatherproof.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
Composure, -1 shivers. Okay, okay.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here. Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing, officer, you're very cool.
Pew
Bang, 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 bang.
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
Bang, bang, bang.
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown? Good one, officer. Ha! You're a funny guy. Now, what can I do for you? Then fire away, officer.
I got a new thought.
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom. I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers.
Shake this guy down for
wholesalers.
money.
All
I
extremely
mean,
cool and above board.
I do definitely need that, but you know, as annoying as he is, he seems like a cool guy.
Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits, just economic freedom. Take a look around.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the
Fair
sidewalk strewn
point.
with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever they feel like it.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to protect the interests of property holders. I am not, however.
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business. You're part of the gossamer state.
Gossamer is a fine, filmy substance consisting of cobwebs spun by small spiders, seen especially in autumn. It's safe to say he's referring to the near absence of regulations.
Right. So cool guys protect businessmen while everyone else lives in ruin. I can't think of cooler
Yeah,
thing.
cool ruins. I get to sell quality goods like these by cutting out the middlemen. You don't have to rebuild your house, live in a crater, or in a tree. Where can you do that? Only here.
You're pretty sure you can live in a tree elsewhere too,
Is
but he wouldn't believe it anyway.
there a discount for cool officers
No
like me?
need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off.
But did he first mark them up 100%, just so that he could put them on sale?
Hmm.
Yes, it's a business secret. Let him keep it.
Anything for you.
Food packages they're selling have humanitarian aid written on them.
You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook, no hassle, really cheap too. Buy some, try them out.
No hassle. There's a little of a hassle here, it appears. A moral hassle.
I think one said not for resale on the packages.
No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers, an extremely reputable guy.
Wait. Humanex. Humanitarian aid.
What?
A convincing performance. Bravo.
Look, officer, I'm just a retailer. You'd have to talk to my supplier if you got questions about the supply chain. That's how the game works.
Interesting.
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola. Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Say that and to say you're from... Huh.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. But the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
Huh.
That's so cool, officer. Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur?
I'll think about it. What extra thought did we got? The finger pistols. -2 to savoir-faire. Our savoir-faire is so bad. Oh. What the fuck?
Everything's still cool here.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there.
We can
This is about
convince him to give us
business,
some.
remember.
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
It as
An investment? What kind of investment?
Highly experimental. I'm not gonna confiscate this humanitarian aid you're reselling. What would the upgrade thought be? I don't know.
I hear you, officer. What kind of a sum are we talking about here?
1 million real.
Sounds like a fair deal all around.
Hey!
Corruption.
It's just
Oh!
like us or Seagull. A kid watching out of a window describing things going by. He doesn't like it too much, but what do you do?
Hey man, money is money. We just got ourselves 10 real for nothing. Did you talk with this guy? I can't remember.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
from another planet. Hey there. You sure are, my man.
That's enough for the sneakers and the speakers. Yeah, and being completely broken, sleeping in a trash can.
It's the jam, my man.
It's the
The
jam.
air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can
Yeah,
roll with it.
imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need? It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Maybe I should.
Maybe you
go on
should.
strike.
Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother.
I don't know my mother, but I would go on strike against her.
But do continue. You were asking about the strike?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up.
Right.
Precise
but you
demands
need
and so
to
on.
find that
Ah, yes.
guy.
From the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs.
Camioners.
You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid.
Yeah.
Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking,
Cool
reflecting,
guy.
observing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him,
Oh.
as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries.
He truly
Their
is a
sad,
bro,
despondent
man.
chauffeurs.
Ask for his conclusion.
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Where are you hauling?
high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Wicked. I've always wanted a friend
Ha,
in the army.
no, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
That's your machine
This
behind
rockin'
you.
beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Don't be a stranger.
I wanna beg from literally every person I meet if possible. Huh. Can get up here. And then down here. Right. So we've been here. Oh, we missed this. Huh. Are you still sleeping?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands in the background.
Alright, let's go back over here.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. Fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you, making your eyes sting. The odor mixes with cigarette residue. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. It is the seal of Royalist era Revachol. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the lost city of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over.
Yeah, boy, we got another level. What are we gonna use it for? Drama, spirit the corpse, suggestion, more empathy, hand-eye coordination, or an extra thought slot. We could also use a skill point to forget a thought. Fine, let's do this. It only takes an hour, so should be fast. And if we don't like it, we can obviously get rid of it.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again? Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while. God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Okay. Work. Oh. Zarnfao, is that where Lefer is?
The tear machine stands. Your bottles
13. Do you say anything new?
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
You know
Los
about the Hardy
Ardis?
Boys?
They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that.
Love you all. Love you too,
Except
Kovac.
Silverart's law. But really, they're just like you.
Tell me you know something about the armor.
The little boy had a good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
It's gonna use this to what? Scare you?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part. I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armored too. The one the bullet hits. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good. No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
We'll definitely see him. Alright, so I don't think we've been in this place first. Yeah, Measurehead. I heard about him.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Excuse me?
Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm. I'm Sandwich.
Sandwich.
You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me. What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
You hear your heart pumping, fast and irregular. Your joints ache and you feel old, but still alive, somehow.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend. This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
He's talking in all caps, just like fucking almost.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
Is that important? I'm to police and I have police.
That is
business.
precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Kim, is it really so
It's not
bad?
good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
Jesus.
Yes, Al Ghul.
It means alcohol.
Correct, my small skull servant. Al Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years.
This is a fabrication the alchemists of Yizot and Bashir and their Rolam al-Ghul have fed your people. Go on believing in it, Reis Lozar.
I don't think that's how
Why
history
don't
works.
you have another drink? Your features are not yet congenitally deformed enough.
Oh yeah, Measurehead.
Let's drink a little.
Your
then we
mouth
can-
moves, but the one who speaks is Al-Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself remain. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the Ham Sandwich race
What is up with
waning.
this guy?
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Hmm. You're just him after pumping some iron.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and
Race
statecraft.
theory.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably
is-
potato-obsessed Quakers.
Potato.
But now
This is-
your ascent to
this
the
is not
genetic
casual
summit has
racism.
halted. You are
This is-
obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
This is not casual racism. This is like high-level competitive
You
racism.
will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history.
This guy's
dignity
rivals Omo.
by
Yeah.
inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will
Boogie Street.
pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. It would enrich you rhetorically. Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
Advanced racist. We're not in the
I
hurdy,
am
boys.
not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called hardy boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful. Find out for yourself. Endomorphic
Wait,
blood.
no.
Interesting.
Interesting. Know anything about this,
He
Sumak?
does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it.
Right.
The man looks at you, silent and unmoving. His eyes burrow into the remnants of your soul.
You are not Santiago. Santiago is not you. Even the phrenically impaired can see this. Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
You keep telling yourself that.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront International Capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did.
A racist trade unionist. We are getting off the deep end
Also,
here.
To serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
That is pretty cool.
Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race descent. Everywhere around you, the fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. Individualism,
Rock and
roll music, sexually transmitted diseases, above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
Youth culture doesn't affect anything.
Of course it does. You are a degenerate individualist and a rock and roll rebel. A pawn of international finance, just like the rest of your ham-colored race.
Oh my
I
god.
am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race. The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
Based on the islands before
I
you moved
am
to Croatia.
a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulembuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
What the fuck
No.
is this guy?
I have heard about it on the radio.
You're just from Rivers.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Simony strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with. Think upon it.
What do you think
I
about
think
this?
this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be
That will be our
He
lucky
will grant us
racist.
3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits, a protruding occiput, and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind. Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby.
You get the option to knock his ass
You
out.
must think redheads are immigrants.
I haven't seen it yet.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
Nah.
Thanks. But I got this.
Yeah, I'm not getting the option. Maybe we have to talk about race theory first.
Your race descent.
Welcome. He must.
I.
The drawings are precise.
The size.
Your earlobes.
Yes.
Sure, I'm not craniometric superior to you.
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby.
World star
This
moment.
is not craniometry, just an observation. It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Ghul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head,
Nah.
and long. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur-la-Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate
Sur-la-Clé and the other was
of
Vesper.
Ubi.
Nice.
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Rivasholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-Ghul. That is the only reason you are here.
Right, we'll see about that, but that'll have to wait until next time. In any case, hope you all enjoyed watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to see more. I guess we can check. I'll see. In any case, that'll be it for today. Hope you all enjoyed watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to see more. And I'll see you next time. We're going to make It Has Stopped Working. Bye bye.